guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. But if you are new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and become a member of my growing YouTube family. Okay, so today we're going to talk about two things. First of all, I didn't finish my intro, and I never do this right. Maybe one day, guys. Okay, hit the bell notification. I used to post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm kind of coming away from that a little bit, and I'm just going to be posting 3 times a week. And if we have a new schedule at some point, I will let you know. But this way, you will be notified every time I upload new content, which is 3 times a week. I just don't know what days yet. Yeah, I was having like too many issues and getting myself stressed out, and so there's no point in that. We want this to be a fun place. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep it fun and leave it open-ended. 3 videos a week, maybe sometimes more. Who knows? But definitely 3. Next thing is, I know it's early and I know I'm like butchering my intro, but don't forget to like this video if you enjoy content like this. Yeah, and if you can, I would love it if you would like this video. It helps me with the algorithm immensely, okay? And last but not least, I'm going to throw out my Instagram handle here, just in case you don't follow me over there already. Come and follow me. And yeah, and like I'm doing like styling, photos, things like that. So we can connect over there. I feel like it's in more real time, you know what I mean? So it's easier to like talk and have conversations and all of that stuff. Okay. So today is about 2 things, okay? So first and foremost, I know, okay, so the past few videos, we've had discussions about just like annoying things going on with YouTube right now. Not YouTube, the company, but like the creators on YouTube. So in thinking about all of that, it kind of, the algorithm has been feeding me a ton of crap, honestly. And it had me thinking, which was good because it helped me with my content. It had me thinking about what are my like biggest pet peeves on not only Instagram, I'm sorry, not only YouTube, but on Instagram as well. Like I'm not really on TikTok, but like just on social media in general right now, what is bothering me? What is annoying? So I'd love to have a conversation with you guys about that. So we're going to talk about that. And this is all like relative to the luxury space, not anything else. So we're staying within the guidelines of my channel, within the content that we normally discuss, but just a little something different. And then before I do all that, I wanted to talk about something that I just received a few days ago. And I want to talk to you guys about it. So this is actually one of my pet peeves. It's going to be on my list. So I want to like disclaimer here. This portion of the video is sponsored by a wonderful leather company called GentCreate. Okay. One word, GentCreate. I'm going to link everything below. They reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to pick something and come on my channel and give you a real life review of what the item is and if I liked it and all of that stuff. So I do get reached out to quite a bit. And I get reached out to from a lot of companies that I would never recommend, ever. So when companies reach out to me that I think are, number one, in line with the channel itself, because I get reached out to about things that, like, we don't talk about kitchen stuff here. We don't talk about, I don't have little kids. So like when companies reach out and they're like, oh, do you want like toys? Or do you want like, these are things that I don't use in my everyday life. I don't like to cook, you know? So like, I mean, unless you're giving me like some pots and stuff and my daughter likes to cook and I'll let you know how she likes them type of thing. But other stuff, like I just don't care enough about those things to come on here and talk to you about them because my recommendation, like, what is it? It's not even like, I'm not an expert on that. You know what I'm saying? So when companies reach out to me that have like what looks to be like things that are in line with my channel and things that are beautiful or whatever, I always say, yes, I'll test it, but I'm not going to recommend it until I see the item. I want to see the item first. So that's where we are. So this company, GentCreate, sorry, I have terrible heartburn. So if I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I have terrible heartburn. I skipped a pill, and yeah, I just ever since ever since I got, ever since I was pregnant 20 years ago, 21 years ago, I've had heartburn. So yeah, it's been a life, like a long battle. So yeah, bear with me. Sorry about that. Anyway, they reached out to me. Like I said, I make sure that I get everything in first. I use it. I have gotten jewelry before, obviously, that I have talked about here. All my coupon codes are always listed in the description box. They're only going to be there if I actually liked the items. I Some of the jewelry that has been sent to me, I literally haven't taken off in weeks or months whenever they were originally sent to me. I usually hold on to things and use them for a few days or wear them for a few days or whatever, so that I can then report back and actually give you like a good review of the product and it's honest and true. And this one's a little bit different because I'm not going anywhere right now, but this company, GentCreate, reached out to me and I picked out this absolutely stunning leather crocodile embossed, beautiful, like rich brown color passport case, passport holder. So the reason I chose this is because in my intro, I tell you that we talk about fashion, luxury, shopping, lifestyle, and travel. So we haven't really done travel yet, except to New York, but there will be travel at some point, hopefully very soon. And I will be using my passport holder to hold my passport when we go. So I can't give you a good review of this item because I haven't used it. But I did load it up. I took it out because I don't want my information, like I can't trust myself to like not flip something open or whatever. But it is a perfect fit. I mean, it fits my passport. It fits, what is this? It's 4 slits for the cards and then 1 little slit here. Obviously passport there, and then, or passport on this side really is where I put it. And then you have the little slip pocket. I put the passport on this side. I put paperwork, whatever, all of like customs forms, whatever you need will go on that side. And it's stunning. Yeah, I mean, so, I'm not quiet luxury. I'm not on that bandwagon, but I feel like this is just absolutely beautiful and classic. And so the company itself offers a bunch of different accessories. It's not just passport holders. This is just what I chose. They have card cases, like little card holders. They have phone cases. They have wallets. There's so many different options. They're all made out of beautiful leather that smell amazing. So if you're here, it's because most likely you like a little bit of luxury in your life, if not a lot. And I know one thing that a lot of us luxury lovers love is the smell of leather. And this has that smell. So absolutely incredible. It's just beautiful. It shines. You see, it's just gorgeous. Anyway, so they offered lots of different options, lots of different colors, like super saturated, beautiful colors. They have like emerald greens. They have sapphire blues. They have black, brown. I mean, there's just a ton of colors. I believe that they also offer like customizable colors. So I'm going to link their website below. They also were kind enough to extend a coupon code for you guys. So I will have all of that information linked below. And yeah, so anyway, if you are in the market for anything like that, I would highly recommend. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I literally can't wait. I can't wait to travel anyway, because I'm super excited to just get out of here for a little while. But on top of that, I'm super excited to use it. So beautiful. All right, guys. So that's number one important thing to talk about today. Number two is, let's get into the pet peeves before I lose light completely, because we're catching like the tail end of the light right now. Yeah. We might have, like, at some point soon, I might have to adjust and turn on the lights in this room, but we're going to try to use the natural light until like the very last second possible. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the biggest pet peeves. I have a few written down because if you have been here before, I can't stay on track. I can't stay on track. I like go all over the place. So a list is always helpful to me to at least stay like within the boundaries of like the conversation, because I could go on, especially like I had coffee this morning. We could just chit chat like for the rest of the night. Okay. But we're not going to do that. So first and foremost, and like I said, a lot of this is from the algorithm itself and like what it's been feeding me over the last like week or so, I would say, a week or two. First thing I would say that I'm like fed up hearing is these de-influencing videos. I mentioned that ever since this whole Lydia Lee Smillan thing, a lot of different luxury YouTubers have come out, and I think it's honestly it's been a lot over like the last year. It's been kind of a slow process, and I think what happened was the whole Lydia thing just like blew the top off of the whole thing, and everybody who was maybe dabbling in buying less or focusing less on luxury was like, yep, stick a fork in it. It's dead. Luxury's dead. Let's jump ship to like the other extreme, which is not buying anything and hating everything. So I have seen multiple videos like just coming up on my like homepage this week specifically, today specifically, which is how I got this idea. I was just like, okay, I'm done. We're talking about this. Talking about like the anti-haul or de-influencing you from this. So today I was watching a video. I'm not going to name any names, but today I was watching a video from somebody that was a luxury YouTube creator who now does weekly anti-hauls. And this week it was about Kate Spade and Target, like the Target collaboration. So in his explanation, that he put up like just a bunch of videos about from other YouTubers or other people on TikTok or whatever, talking about how you don't need Kate Spade and the Kate Spade Target collaboration. Now, will I be buying the Kate Spade Target collaboration? No. I'm not a huge fan of Kate Spade. It has nothing to do with, I don't know. I know people are mad. Apparently, I didn't even know this, but apparently people are mad at Target about this, the whole like, I don't know. People are I'm not going to get into politics here, but people are angry about the whole like just politics with Target, and they are like boycotting or whatever. But I think that's what I gathered from the video. So, but the video was not like it wasn't. The focus was not on the fact that Target did this thing and we should be boycotting them. It was solely based on the fact that you should not be buying Kate Spade and the Kate Spade Target collaboration because you don't need it. Most people watching luxury YouTube don't really need anything. We don't need anything. Do we like things? Yes. Do we need them like to survive? No. Most people don't need a lot to survive, right? So this is not the Kate Spade Target, like it's not Kate Spade Target that is bothering me, the collaboration itself. It is the fact that I'm tired of people telling me what I do and don't need. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it. Like, I see more videos about things that you don't need, things that you don't like. No, we don't have, nobody needs a Kate Spade and Target, I don't know, like charm necklace. Nobody needs it. Do some people want it? Yes. So why are you on here telling people that they don't really like this, that they don't need it, that they don't want it, that it's not going to make their life better, that it's not going to, like, yeah, we know that. Nobody here thinks, well, maybe they do. And if they do, they obviously need help, right? You need a therapist, or you need something if you feel like a charm necklace is going to, change your life. For most people, and for these creators who have jumped ship to the other side, you guys found it interesting not too long ago. You found it fun. You found, happiness and delight in purchasing things and in loving fashion and in probably chasing down collabs and like being excited about these things. Why can't we be excited? Why can't somebody purchase a $25 charm necklace and that makes them happy? Who are you to sit here and say that you don't need this? It's not going to make you happy. How do you know what's going to make me happy? How do you know that? And these people are getting thousands of views on these, thousands and thousands of views on these videos where they're literally just antagonizing people about their choices in terms of like purchasing things. Like, why? So that is number one. I am so sick of these anti hauls. No, I know we don't need to do like beauty hauls every single day. I agree with some of that. Yet, some of this consumption is out of control. I agree, but I'm not counting anybody else's money. And I am not telling people that they don't need, like, just because I don't like Kate Spade, or I didn't say I didn't like it, but I'm just saying, just because I don't like something doesn't mean that you shouldn't like it either. And I'm just sick of that whole like topic line. Maybe it's rage bait. I don't really know. I'm just tired of it. Stop telling me what I should and shouldn't be buying. Like, leave me alone. And so, yeah. Um, Obviously, you might say, like, turn it off then. And I agree. I do turn it off. I do turn it off. I'm just tired of that being like the go-to content that people are creating now, because maybe they can't afford hauls anymore, whatever, or hauls are like not like in fashion anymore. So the opposite end of it is the anti-haul. And now we're coming for people's choices in what they choose to spend their money on. You want to do an anti-haul? Be my guest. You want to not purchase Kate Spade and Target collaboration? Great. I don't care. But stop telling me what you think I should be purchasing, and like, stop telling me what I shouldn't be buying. Okay. That's one. Okay. Number two, segueing into this, is like just the freaking sheep. I came on here like relatively recently. I haven't been on YouTube long, but I've been watching it for a very long time. And for years, yeah, people buy the same types of things or whatever, right? But I'm just tired of everybody jumping on the same train. Like, can we get some different, like, come on. Do you don't people have their own style anymore? Don't people have their own opinions anymore? I know that it's very I think it's very hard in this day and age to really come up with your own opinions, because we have so many things coming at us all the time. We just we absorb all of these things that we're watching and we're seeing, and we're like, just like this constant content consumption. Oh, that's a tongue twister. But just constantly listening to things that are coming through our phone. And, you know, I'm just tired of seeing the same thing. So, obviously, the anti hauls that everybody is jumping on, the anti luxury train, woo, heartburn. The anti luxury train. And then, but even before that, everybody is always unboxing the same bag. Everybody is always like, we all, don't take offense to this, guys, please. We all need the gold color Irans. We all need a Kelly belt. We all need, like, even back like to when I started with, just watching YouTube, we all needed the Pochette Matisse. And I would just, and I'm guilty of this too. I would literally watch videos, 20 videos of unboxing a Pochette Matisse. Like, what's going to be different in this video than the last one? Maybe it's just because of all these years of watching luxury YouTube in general. And I don't know about a lot of other areas of YouTube, because that's all I watched for a long time. I'm finally starting to like branch out into like different types of content, which has been interesting. But so I don't know if this is across the board, but definitely in this community, like, do you know how many luxury bag options there are? Do you know how many amazing fashion houses there are? Do you know how many amazing like clothing options there are? Do you know how, like, I mean, you don't need to, everybody doesn't need the same bag in the same color. Everybody doesn't need, like, it, honestly, it's almost like anti-fashion, right? So we're here to talk about fashion, we're here to talk about luxury. And I'm just so bored of seeing the same things, talking about the same things over and over again. Like, we're beating a dead horse. Like, guys, can we find, can Can this year be about finding our own true style? Can we? Please? Can we? Whether it's clothes, whether it's shoes, whether it's bags, whether it's content, can we just each be individuals and creative and enjoy everybody's differences instead of just all trying to be carbon copies of each other? Please, I'm begging you. I need entertainment, and I'm like, it's just so boring and empty right now. So I'm begging you for some good content, please, please, please. Okay, next one. Okay, it's all kind of the same, lack of originality. So in my last video, we kind of got into a conversation just in the comments about how, and this just had me thinking about how I think that the reason that people are jumping ship in terms of like just the luxury space and like their luxury channel is that when funds dry up, when the world changes, when we are, everything is, things were totally different in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, even, 21, even we were getting that like extra money and people weren't working and they weren't going anywhere. And we know that, right? And we know that right now we're looking at some pretty hard times ahead. I am in total agreement. Should we all be watching our bank accounts and our credit cards? Yes, absolutely. I think we're all feeling it to a certain extent. Obviously, the food cost is up. Housing costs are up. Just everything is up. Everything costs a lot more than it did 5-6 years ago. I know that. I am not saying that you should be buying things because you have a channel and you need to like create this, keep this charade up. I actually feel like it's important to be honest and truthful and, not fake, and actually, say like, listen, I'm slowing down because of this, right? Instead of saying like luxury sucks and I'm not interested in it anymore, like all of a sudden, because you just unboxed something last week, now you're not interested in it, no problem. But instead of saying that you're not interested in it, because we know you are, because you're going to come back when the economy changes. I know that. And then your audience is not going to care anymore or trust what you say, right? So this was the conversation that we were having in the comments. And my thought was, when the well kind of dries up and you can't purchase the same amount that you were purchasing before, right? So there are channels that are like, are or were completely based on unboxings. Like 99% of the content on those channels was unboxings. What happens when we're in a recession, right? Now, like, let's be creative. Let's have some originality, okay? Unboxings are great. I look at an unboxing as kind of like a freebie in terms of like the content, that content day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an easy one. I can spend a half an hour unboxing something with you guys, showing it off, whatever. And literally, that's always going to do well. We know that. But how about expand your mind a little bit? Because there are going to be times when you can't just purchase everything that you absolutely want to, right? So let's start kind of like, can we just start being a little more creative and like tapping into that? Because what else can we talk about that is fashion related and luxury related without having to unbox? So I'm just finding that I think without the money to constantly unbox, or without, I think that people are also not wanting to watch constant unboxings anymore because it's a rough time for a lot of people. So they don't want to just see you constantly showing off what you have, right? So when people are finding that content, even if they can afford it, is not doing as well as it used to do, now the thought is like, okay, the thought is not like, let's think creatively about what else we can talk about in this fashion space. The thought then is like, well, let me jump on the other train on the other side and focus on never buying luxury again. And I hate luxury, and I don't want to be part of this world anymore, and it's empty and I don't need it and I don't need to show off. And like, so that's like the jump, and that's what I'm seeing. And that's why I'm saying like there's no originality, because that is the path that like so many people are taking, and it's driving me crazy. And again, I don't care what you do with your money. Like, that's not what this is about. What this is about is that you have a channel about luxury, fashion, lifestyle. Like, figure out some other content ideas, because it makes me sad, honestly, to know that all those years that I've been watching you, you really didn't have any originality. The things that you were choosing it because everybody else was choosing it. There's no original style. There's no original thoughts. There's no original creativity. Like, that's becoming clear to me. And, you know, it's, I don't know, it's sad because I'm like thirsty for some good content again, you know? Okay. Next thing, and this is kind of like the first thing. I am so tired of people telling me what I don't need. Like, don't tell me what I don't need and what I don't like, right? So another thing, like, okay, so the Kate Spade and Target, I already talked about that one. But I was watching something else the other day, and this lady, she was talking about how you do not like that Chanel bag. You don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like Chanel in general, because if nobody knew what Chanel was, you wouldn't want it. You wouldn't like it if it had Michael Kors stamped on it, and or if there was no CCs on it, you wouldn't like it. Now, is that true for some people? Yes. But I'm so tired of people like with these blanket statements that are just like, well, you don't really like Chanel. You only like Chanel because everybody knows that Chanel costs a lot of money. Or you don't really like Hermes. You only like Hermes because everybody thinks that, you know, they know what the Birkin looks like. Whatever. And it gives you like this instant status and you're trying to impress people. And I've already touched on this, but like, that's not necessarily true. Some people really just love the design. Some people really just love the house in general, the history of the house. Some people just love fashion. And just because you don't really like fashion and your channel was kind of a little bit of like bullshit for years or however long you've been here, doesn't mean that everybody else is also is just like you. You know, some people really love these things because they love them. Some people would still buy them if there was nowhere to wear them. Some people would still buy them just to sit them home and look at them. I've talked about this already. You know, we look at art as, you know, people can collect art, people can collect stamps, people can collect trading cards, whatever. All of that is okay. But when it comes to handbags and shoes, people don't look at it as like a legitimate collection. And I'm just tired of like something that's a legitimate hobby or a collection. We're going to talk about that in another video. But let people, like, just because you only bought Chanel because you wanted people to know what you had and you wanted to show off and you wanted to feel that sense of acceptance and, you know, people looking at you and being, you know, jealous of you because of what you have, or accepting you because they also have these things. Everybody doesn't feel like that. I promise you that everybody doesn't feel like that. And the fact that you think that everybody feels like that makes me very sad in this space. You know what I'm saying? Because you were here for the wrong reasons. And I think that now people are realizing that, and maybe that's a good thing, because we're going to like weed out the people that really don't love it and don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, like everybody doesn't want to watch the same, like I said, okay, like please. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. And but that's what makes fashion so great, right? Is that we all have different styles. We all like different things. Nobody likes the exact same things every single time. And what excites me about fashion and coming on to YouTube and consuming this type of content is that everybody has different collections, right? When everybody's collection is the same, I don't even subscribe anymore, and I unsubscribe because I'm just like, oh my God, like I can't see another of like XYZ. I can't see any more of it. I'm just like, it's enough. It's not even exciting anymore. It's not even like interesting anymore. But that's the point of fashion. The point of fashion is that we can all appreciate that everybody else has their own style. And it's interesting to watch because it might be something that you never even thought of. Like I love watching people with different styles. I might not wear it. I might not buy it, but I love watching it because it's exciting. It's exciting to watch people really wearing and enjoying and loving what they have, what they look like, feeling confident when they go outside, all of that stuff, because they feel confident in their own skin with what they're wearing. I mean, it just, when you really love and truly connect with the design and, just what you're wearing in general, and like you can see the confidence boost in people. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, all right. What is the next one? Okay, the next one, and this kind of goes back to what I was talking about when I first got on here, and about like the partnerships and the collaborations, etc. Is people only talking about what they're getting paid to talk about. I'm so tired of that. Like I watched there, like I said, I've been watching a lot of people for a lot of years, and in the beginning, they're very honest. You can tell what they love because they're not being gifted. They're not being paid by, companies for the collaboration. We're going to put the light on. Hold on. I'm back. That's a little better, I think. Okay, so sorry, this video is all over the place. I feel like my videos are always all over the place, but at least you know that it's not scripted. Like oh my God, my heartburn, guys. Oh my God. I have to take heartburn meds every single day. And I ran out. It took me 2 days to go grab some. And it just it doesn't even sneak up. It's not even something where it's like you just have a little bit of heartburn. It comes back like full force the minute that I'm off the medication. So that's fun. Oh, okay. Oh, where was I? Let me get back to my notes. Okay. So where I was I'm tired of only being recommended things, or first of all, every single video having a sponsor. I know I've had a few sponsors. I genuinely love the products that I'm talking about. And I think sponsorships are okay. Like I see a lot of people doing sponsorships for like companies that I absolutely love, like Idyl. Is it Idyl? Idyl or Ideal? I don't know. I call it Ideal. But there's certain brands that I always see people, they're sponsored by, and they talk about them. And when I know it's a good brand, I'm like, okay, I totally understand because I also love them. But when every single video is sponsored, it's annoying because it doesn't look authentic. Because you actually might love every single thing that you talk about, but I don't know. The amount of stuff that I'm offered that's absolute crap is, I know that other people are being offered that crap too. And so when people are just constantly talking about things, with their coupon codes and their this and their that, I'm just like, okay, like next video, you know what I'm saying? I just like you lose some of your authenticity and credibility. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's I know we all got to get paid. I know that, for a lot of people this is a business. I totally understand that. But I think there's a fine line between promoting everything and honestly appreciating the things that you talk about, and it just so happens that you're partnering with them. I also think it's important for people to get these things, and like, I don't know, when people unbox brand new things in front of me, I'm kind of like, just because I hope that you have seen these items before. Like, I hope that you have worked with this company before, because for me, like, I actually like film my unboxings, because I'll unbox it and show you how it comes and whatever. But then I need to wear the item for a while. I need to use the item for a while, whatever it is, so that I know that it's something that I can talk about, because there's been things that I can't talk about and I won't talk about. So that's all. I just feel like some people are it's just whatever comes their way, they're accepting. And like I said, I know we all got to pay the bills, or we want free stuff, or like whatever it is. I just think that being a little discerning makes me trust you more, right? And I'm highly influenced by people. So I think that when you come across as honest and sincere, I'm like, I'm in the description box getting the link. You know what I'm saying? When you don't come across as being sincere and truly loving what you're talking about, like, yeah, I'll never trust you again. And I find that it's just like constant now. I'm sure that a lot of these companies are kind of jumping on the bandwagon. And this is really the way to get your name and your brand out there. And I understand that. But I just wish people would be a little more discerning, because everything is not great. And there's a ton of crap out there. And I just hope that, you know, I just, it's my mission to make sure that I weed it out, and I expect that of other people as well. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Last one, guys. Oh, there's a few creators that do this in this space, and it drives me insane. And I have unfollowed for it before. Stop telling me how much you make, or insinuating how much you make doing this job. There's a lot of, I think, creators in this fashion space that maybe like just got to a level where listen, I'm very proud of you. I am very proud of you. I'm not jealous. I hope to get there one day. You know what I mean? I do. When I get there, though, I feel like there are certain things that are just off limits to talk about. Now, if you want to do a Q&A and, people are asking you about how you do what you do, I'm all for that. I'm all for people, being, I think, transparent about this whole like social media as a business, because it's definitely one of those things that is still like a mystery to a lot of people. It is not a straightforward answer on how people make money in this field. And so I get that. And I'm all for sharing information. Absolutely. If I ever get there, guys, I will 100% share the information with you, and like how you get paid and like all of that stuff, right? What I don't like is, okay, how can I explain this? I've seen a few creators who will say things like, okay, they're not even asking for money. So I don't think it's that bad. It just rubs me the wrong way. So they'll maybe it's hard to not be completely self-centered when you're in a business like this, right? I haven't been doing this long enough to, I guess, understand that, but I understand it to a certain extent. If your job is literally talking about yourself all day and people watch you and it's all about you, your world is all about you. I get it. I get that it's hard to probably separate that or whatever. I can't stand when creators say things like, oh, I had to work all night so that I could get a video up for you guys. Like, are people really waiting? Like, are people really like on the edge of their seat waiting for your vlog to come out? I just, like, there are certain comments that I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, are you like, are you kidding me? There's a few people that like I said, I've unsubscribed from, because it's constant, where they'll say things like, oh, I was editing all night because I didn't want you guys to be without a video tomorrow. Like, I think we'll survive. Don't worry about it if you're a few hours late, or we'll say things like, I need you to, like, click the like button, or share this video or whatever, because I have XYZ to pay for. Or like, I watch some creators that are doing like home renovations, things like that, and they'll say things like, go ahead and like this, because like we've got to pay for these renovations, and I've got to document it so I can show you. Like, I don't know in what world, especially while people are out here struggling. And I know we talk about luxury, and I get that. We've had a whole conversation now. But sometimes it's just completely tone deaf. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have people watching you, I'm sure, that literally don't know how they're going to pay their rent, and you're here like, oh, I gotta put a hot tub in my backyard that social media bought me. Like, hit the, share or watch this or click my links or whatever because I need to pay for my renovations. It just is so incredibly tone deaf, and I don't get offended easily, and I'm not offended by it. I just think, like, you sound like an asshole. That's what I think. And okay. And then these are literally the same people who will talk about the amount of PR they get, the amount of free shit that they get, and never do a giveaway. Never do a giveaway. Never give it to your subscribers. Never give back. All you're giving back to them are what? Coupon codes? I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to live in a world where, listen, we're all to a certain extent the main star of our life, right? But to really believe, that's the poison of social media. The poison is that when you have a lot of followers, when you have a lot of subscribers, when you have people who genuinely are interested in your life to a certain extent because they watch you, and it's this parasocial relationship where they feel like they know you because they see you on their screen, right? And previously, all the people that we've ever seen on our screen before social media were like famous people. So I think it's interesting how completely out of touch some of these influencers are, and yeah, and just how they really think that like just life revolves around them, and that they really don't need to do anything to support the community that they rely on to get paid. Okay, I am done talking now, guys. I would love to know your thoughts. I know I ranted. I'm going to try to put this thing to rest. I actually do have another video soon to come where we're going to talk about if shopping is a hobby. So I might rant a little bit there, but then I promise we're going to end it and go back to fashion. Okay, I promise. But yeah, I had to talk about it, and yeah, I've just been thinking a lot. And I had to talk about it. So, okay, that's all I have to say, guys. Again, thank you, GentCreate for sponsoring this, a portion of this video. I appreciate it, and I actually love your product. So all the information, again, is going to be linked below. It actually is a great product, but you don't have to buy it, like only if you want to. It is an absolutely great product. And that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm going to leave while I'm ahead because, yeah, I'm going to leave while I'm ahead. Anyway, all right. So if you enjoyed this video, I know that we did a lot of complaining and talking, but usually it's happy, colorful things happening over here. So if you enjoyed this video, and sometimes you like to gossip a little bit too, like a little bit of gossip and a little bit of like talking shit on the side of your fashion and luxury, this is the place for it. So if you enjoyed, I would love it if you would hit the like button because I have a house to buy. Joking. I'm joking. I literally don't get paid from any of this at this point. So I am totally joking. But I would love it if you would hit the like button, because today I would love to make this a little side hustle. So yeah. So if you can like, I would love that. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would do that. I would appreciate it. It is free for you, but priceless for me. And again, I'm going to throw out my Instagram handle just in case you would like to come follow me over there for more conversation and outfits. And yeah, if that wasn't enough Bram for you for the day, I'm going to leave another video over here just in case you haven't seen it. And have a great day, guys. And I will, or night, or whatever. And I will see you guys soon in the next one. Bye, guys.